I found my 8-year-old son selling hot dogs at the zoo. He said, "Dad makes me work while he takes his son to see the animals." What do you mean he makes you work? I stood there at the zoo concession stand staring at my son Leo wearing an apron that was way too big for him while holding a pair of tongs and serving hot dogs to confused customers. I'd come to surprise them since my husband Craig said he was taking both boys for a special zoo day, but instead I found Leo behind the counter, while Craig and his son from his first marriage, Jamie, were nowhere to be seen. Dad said I need to earn my keep. Leo handed a hot dog to a woman who looked uncomfortable buying food from a child. He said Jamie's ticket costs money, so I have to help pay for it. The woman looked at me shocked. "Is this your son? He's been here for 2 hours selling food." 2 hours. My 8-year-old had been working at a concession stand for 2 hours. "Where's your father?" Leo pointed toward the lion exhibit. "He and Jamie are doing the VIP safari tour. They'll be back in an hour." "The VIP tour that costs $200 per person. He left you here alone?" Leo shook his head. "Mr. Frank is watching me." He pointed to a teenage employee who was sitting on his phone. "Dad pays him $20 to make sure I don't leave the stand." I walked over to Frank, who didn't even look up. "You're letting an 8-year-old work?" Frank shrugged. His dad said it was fine. Said the kid needs to learn responsibility. He finally looked at me. "You the mom? Your husband said you were cool with it." I was definitely not cool with it. "How many times has this happened?" Frank laughed. "Every Saturday for the past 2 months. Kid's actually pretty good at it." He showed me his phone. "Your husband even made him a little schedule." The schedule showed Leo working 4-hour shifts every Saturday while Craig and Jamie enjoyed the zoo. "He's 8 years old. This is child labor." Frank shrugged again. "Not my problem. I just make sure he doesn't burn himself on the hot dog roller." That's when Leo called out, "Mom, I can't leave. Dad said if I don't finish my shift, he won't bring me next time." He thought this was normal. He thought working at a concession stand was part of going to the zoo. "Honey, you don't have to work. You're supposed to be seeing the animals." Leo's face fell. "But Dad said Jamie's special and deserves to see everything. I'm just regular, so I have to contribute." Just regular. My husband was calling my son regular while treating his other son like royalty. A zoo employee in a manager shirt walked over. "Ma'am, is there a problem?" I pointed at Leo. "My son is working at your concession stand." The manager looked confused. "That's not possible. We don't employ children." Frank suddenly got nervous. His dad said it was volunteer work, like teaching him about business. The manager's face changed. "Sir, we need to see your supervisor immediately." While Frank scrambled to explain, I helped Leo take off the apron. "But Dad will be mad," Leo said, worried. "He said if I'm good at this job, he'll let me work at his office too." Craig was planning to make our son work at his real estate office. "Jamie never has to work. Dad says he's going to be a thinker, not a worker." The manager returned with security. "We're reviewing footage now. This is completely against policy." That's when Craig appeared with Jamie, who was wearing a new zoo t-shirt and carrying 3 stuffed animals. "What's going on? Leo, why aren't you at your station?" He said station like Leo was an employee. "His station? He's 8 years old, Craig." Craig rolled his eyes. "Don't be dramatic. He's learning valuable skills." He put his hand on Jamie's shoulder. "Some kids are meant for education, and some are meant for labor." The security guard stepped forward. "Sir, we need to talk to you about illegally using our facilities." Craig laughed. "Illegally? My son was just helping out." The manager pulled out a tablet showing security footage. "Your son has been serving food to customers. That's a health code violation and child labor." Craig tried to grab Leo. "We're leaving. This place is run by idiots anyway." But the security guard blocked him. "Sir, we've called the police. You need to wait here." Jamie finally spoke up, and he was smirking. "Dad's in trouble." He seemed happy about it. "Told you Leo would rat us out. He's too weak to handle real work." My 11-year-old stepson was calling my 8-year-old weak. "That's why Dad says I'm going to inherit the business and Leo's going to work for me." Craig had been telling his sons that one would own and one would work. "Craig, what have you been telling them?" He looked annoyed that I was asking. "The truth. Jamie has potential. Leo is better suited for simple tasks." He said this in front of both children. "It's not mean, it's realistic." The zoo manager was furious. "You've been using your son as unpaid labor and pocketing the tips." "Tips? What tips?" The manager showed the tablet again. "Customers have been tipping him. About $60 each Saturday." Craig's face went red. Full story on channel. Link below.